When you first start to invest in the stock market, one of the most important aspects of it is to know where to do it. With the numerous online brokers that we now have, the choice can rapidly become pretty hard for many of us. It is why in this video, I'll make a full comparison of the most important and the biggest online brokers that are available in Canada in 2025. So you'll be able to find which one of them is the best for you. Plus, at the end of every online broker analysis, I'll share with you my 1 to 5 stars rating of it. So without further ado, let's check out the first online broker, which is Wealthsimple. If you're a beginner looking for simplicity, this option might be quite interesting for you. What stands out of this broker is there is zero commission trading fees when you want to trade stocks or ETFs either on the Canadian or in the US market. However, you will still pay some management fees depending on the amount of money that you have invested with Wealthsimple. For example, from $0 to $99,999, you would pay some fees of 0.5% on all investing accounts. From $100,000 to $499,999 and $999, these fees would be of 0.4%, and from $500,000 and more, you would pay some fees of between 0.2 and 0.4%. This means that if you would have $50,000 of assets invest with Wealthsimple, you could expect to pay some annual fees of about $250 to this broker. Plus, if you decide to trade options with Wealthsimple, you need to know that you'll be charged a fees of between 0.75 USD to over $2 USD per contract. But another interesting pros about Wealthsimple is the fact that they also don't require you to have a minimum account invest with them to be able to use their platform. And you also have the possibility to buy fractional shares of companies, which can be pretty interesting for people that don't necessarily have a lot of money to invest firsthand in the market. Now, when you decide to invest with Wealthsimple, don't expect any types of advanced features with their trading platform, but the platform is pretty useful for the beginners that are not looking to have too much info, for example, on different companies and on the overall market, and that they want to keep an easy to use platform. Plus, judging by an excellent 4.4 stars rating on the Google Play, it is fair to say that Wealthsimple is a well appreciated platform all across the country. And for my personal rating of Wealthsimple, I would personally give it a 4 stars out of 5. But now, if you are a more advanced trader that is looking to have access to a more global market, another option that could be offered to you would be to invest with interactive brokers. By offering extremely low fees of trading per share when it comes to stocks, this broker is literally a gold mine for active traders. Also, if you want to trade ETFs with them, you can expect to pay zero fees on them. And when you trade options and futures, the price range is between $0.15 to $0.85 per contract. But one of the biggest pros of interactive broker is the wide range of products that they are offering to their customers. Indeed, with them, you can either decide to invest directly into individual stocks, ETFs, bonds, futures, and Forex, where you can trade in over 135 markets worldwide. So this is excellent if you're looking for great flexibility in your long-term strategy, and if you are also looking to have access to a bunch of different international markets. Add to this, unlike Wealthsimple, interactive brokers has more advanced feature tools for active traders. However, these high advanced features might represent a certain pros for advanced investors, but they might also represent a certain con for different beginner investors. Indeed, for them, it might become quite overwhelming to have to understand all those advanced features that are not necessarily easy to use. Add to this, they also have a quite complex fee structure where they notably charge monthly minimums based on your account size and activity. So this could rapidly become an issue for people that are not necessarily considered as active traders, meaning that they won't be trading often. And the last con of this platform is the fact that you have a minimum requirement deposit when you want to first start using it. Nevertheless, judging by their excellent 4.6 stars rating found on Google Play, it seems like a lot of their users are appreciating their platform. But personally, since in my opinion, it is only a platform that is useful for advanced investors, I would personally give it a 3 stars rating. Then in third place, we have one of Canada's most popular discount broker, which is Questrade. So why is it one of the most popular brokers for Canadians of these past couple of years? Well, the main reasons is the fact that they are known to have some of the lowest fees in all of the brokers that are available in the country. In fact, when you decide to trade stocks either in the Canadian market or in the American market, you won't be paying any fees as for the ETFs. And when you trade options with Questrade, you can expect to pay some fees of 99 cents per contract. But another thing that is pretty interesting about Questrade, unlike some of its competitors, is the fact that they are not charging you any types of annual fees. So it is fair to say that they are quite at the forefront of their competition when it comes to pricing. The only fees that they could be charging you would be some withdrawal fees when you want to withdraw your money from your account to another one, as well as other types of fees such as currency conversion, as well as interest on margin accounts. Add to this broker has a wide range of products offered to their clients, which is pretty useful for all the beginner investors. But on the upper end, this broker lacks quite a lot of important metrics and a lot of important tools for advanced and active traders. Nevertheless, with an excellent 4.8 stars rating on Google Play, I would personally give it a 4.5 stars rating. Next one on my list is the newest brokers amongst all of the brokers that I will present to you today, which has been founded in 2018, and it is Moomoo. On my side, I have recently decided to switch a certain part of the amount that I had invest, notably with Disnat, towards this platform to be able to have a good diversification in the online platforms that I have, and because they have some extremely low fees on all trading. Indeed, Moomoo currently has some commission-free trading when you decide to trade either stocks or ETFs in Canada or in the US. And add to that, they have a zero minimum deposit that is required to start trading with them. Then another thing that is pretty interesting about Moomoo is that it has some pretty interesting features for all the beginner investors. Indeed, they have some quite unique features for beginners. For example, they have the possibility to do some paper trading. Paper trading is great for you if you're looking to test different investment strategies with features that simulates real market conditions without risking actual money. And at the same time, Moomoo also gives great advanced features for more advanced investors that are looking for different information on the international markets. But while the basic market data remains free for all users, if you're looking for more advanced market data such as their level 2 quotes and options data, this may require a paid subscription, which could add to the cost of trading. Plus, since Moomoo is quite new and that it has been founded in the US, it still lacks a certain number of important Canadian features. None of the less, they still have a great 4.3 stars rating on Google Play, and I personally would give it a good 4 stars rating. So if this type of new online platform that is quite revolutionary, notably with our paper trade, is interesting you can check out the link that will pop up in the description of this video to learn more about it. Now for the 3 next brokers on this list, they'll be coming from 3 of the most important Canadian banks, and the last broker that I'll present to you in this video will be coming from a smaller bank, and we'll be starting with the TD Direct Investing Broker. As any big Canadian bank, this online broker is backed by one of the most important financial authorities in the country, so it is definitely a great broker for you if you're looking for great stability and security with your money. There are also no minimum deposit amount that is required by this online broker, which is pretty useful for all the beginner investors. At the same time, the platform is quite friendly to use with a lot of important features such as research tools, which notably includes great stock analysis, financial news, market data, and reports. At the same time, TD Direct Investing also offers you the possibility to have more advanced tools that will be pretty useful for more active traders. This can notably help them to make more technical analysis throughout their advanced dashboard. Nevertheless, without any doubt, the biggest cons of these platforms comes in the form of the pricing. Indeed, TD has some quite higher commission fees compared to some of their other big competitors in the discount market. It is why it will cost you about $9.99 per trade when you want to trade different companies, or about $7 per trade for most active traders. And when you want to trade options, you can add a $1.25 per contract on this total price. Plus, unlike other different discount brokers, TD will be charging you a maintenance fees of $25 per quarter if your account balance is under $15,000. And unfortunately for all the crypto bros, TD isn't offering any possibilities to invest directly in cryptocurrencies with their platform.
No! God, please, no!
Plus, with a 4.1 stars rating on Google Plays, it is showing that the broker isn't as well appreciated as other competitors that I've just shown you in this video. And so all of these reasons make that personally, I would only give a 2 stars rating to this platform. Now, next on my list is RBC Direct Investing. Once again, as being backed by one of the most important Canadian banks, it comes with a lot of security and reliability coming from the reputation of RBC. One of the particularities of RBC is the fact that their services are super well integrated in their platform if you notably are a customer with RBC. This means that the delay between you transferring your money from your balance account directly to your RBC Direct account will be pretty fast and it won't cost you anything. And they are also well known to have a great customer support, meaning that if you need assistance with any problems, you might have access to it anytime when you need it. However, just like for TD, their biggest problems comes in terms of the fees that they are charging to their customers. In their case, they are charging about $9.95 per stock trade or about $6.95 for active trader. But the worst in that compared to some other of their big competitors in the banking field is the fact that they are also charging fees on ETFs that are trade. In terms of the options that you would trade with this platform, you could expect to pay the fees of $9.95 with an additional $1.25 per contract. Add to this, they also have limited margin options with their margin rates that are not necessarily as competitive as some of their biggest competitors. Add with the fact that I haven't been able to find them on Google Plays, I would personally give it a 1.5 stars rating. Then the next broker on my list is the BMO investorline one. Without repeating myself too much, this one also has some of the most important characteristics of the two other brokers that we've just seen. They have a lot of security that is backed by the great Bank of Montreal reputation. They also offer numerous products and services to their customers, notably with the different financial programs that are only available in Canada, such as the TFSA, the FHSA, and the RRSP. And they are also a pretty user-friendly platform. But as any of the big Canadian banks online brokers, this one is also charging some super high fees for trading to all of their users. Indeed, with BMO investorline, you could expect to pay some trading fees of $9.95 per stock trade. But the more positive news is for the active traders, where you would be paying slightly less compared to the other big banks pricing, where you'd pay about $3.95 per trade. In terms of options trading, you would pay some fees of about $1.25 per contract. And just like there are two other big competitors in the banking field, they are not offering you the possibility to trade cryptocurrencies on their platform. On their side, they also have a horrendous rating on Google Plays of 3.8 stars rating. So at the end of the day, I would personally give it the same ratings as for TD, so a 2 stars rating. Finally, the last online broker that I want to quickly highlight, which is the one that I am using, is Disnat. This one is quite more niche because it is mainly limited to Quebecers because it is related directly to the Desjardins Bank. But in my personal opinion, it is pretty much the best of both worlds. It offers great stability and security linked to the reputation of the Desjardins Bank, which also makes my transfer of money directly from my bank account to my online broker pretty fast, where it only takes a few minutes to do it, unlike some of their other big competitors in the discount field. But at the same time, they are offering great perks that are only offered usually by the big discount brokers. It is why when you are trading with Disnat, you'll notably be paying zero fees on all the stocks and ETFs that you are trading. And at the same time, there are no minimum amount that is required to start investing investing with them. The only thing that I would recommend them would be to have a more easy to use and more practicable platform. And at the same time, I would absolutely love to have the possibility to start trading cryptos with them. Nevertheless, with an exceptional 4.6 stars rating from Google Play, I would give it an excellent 4.5 stars rating for this broker. So at the end of the day, when it comes to investing with online brokers, it all comes down to what are your own preference. However, personally, I want to invest my money at the place that it will cost me the less, knowing that it all comes down to the same. So it is why I would personally avoid the big banks online brokers. And it is also why I personally prefer platforms such as Disnat, Moomoo, and Questrade. Plus, if you have a lot of money that you want to invest and that you want to limit the risk of fraud and of losing a lot of money, what you can do is basically diversify your online brokers by not only picking one of them. It is personally what I am doing right now with Disnat and Moomoo. And talking about Moomoo, if you're looking to learn more about their newest promotion, make sure to check out the link in the description of this video. And on your side, now that you've chosen what is the best online platforms for you to start trading in Canada, you might want to find what are the best exchange rate funds to have in your portfolio. And so in that case, check out the video that's gonna be right over here, and I will see you soon. Peace.